Asalamualaikum, my brothers and sisters. I hope only sisters are watching this video and listening to it. First of all, my greetings to every sister. Today, we're gonna talk about different women blood cycles. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created all women, but each individual woman is different. For example, every woman has her own unique blood cycle. In Islamic law, there are different rules for the kind of blood seen by a woman. There are specific rules for hadiya, istihada, and nifas. It can often be very confusing for a God-fearing woman to understand that state she is in and follow the necessary rulings according to Islam so that she can seek closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First, let's talk about the different kind of blood seen by a woman. There are mainly three types of blood seen by a woman that a woman may see. Istihada, that is the irregular blood discharge during the month. Haida, period or menstruation or menses. Nifas, that the blood discharge after the childbirth. Today, in this part, we are only gonna talk about istihada. Now, in istihada, it is a type of blood seen by women where the discharge is irregular. We have to follow different guidelines to know whether the blood is from the cycle of istihada or hadiya or the nifas. Now, first we have to verification what, like we have to do the verification of what kind of blood it is. If the blood seen is not part of a regular menstrual cycle, or blood is not seen in nifas, or the blood seen is not from boiler surgery, it is istihada. Now, what are the signs of istihada? Blood seen at the time of istihada usually has its own distinguished features. It is usually yellowish in color. It's not so thick as the blood of menses and menstruation. It is cold, completely different from hadiya, comes out without force and without burning. However, there are always some expectations. A woman may see ijtihada blood that is red or dark, thick, warm, that comes out with force and burning. It is not so common but can happen. Now, what are the types of istihada? There are three types of istihada. First one is the qalila, it is the little flow. Second one is the mutawassita, medium flow. Then is the kathira, excessive flow. First, the qalila. When tested on a piece of cotton, blood is on the surface and does not show on the reverse side like the other side. The second, the medium flow, the mutawassita. When tested on a piece of cotton, blood seeps in and may be seen on the reverse side to the second side. Blood does not stain the underwear. The khatira, excessive flow. When tested on a piece of cotton, blood flows out from the cotton and leaves a stain on the underwear, like from low to some absorption, then to leaving a stain. It continues. It is like it continues in a manner. The rules for istihada are very different for every cycle. The rules for kalila, the little flow, is wash the surface of your private part. You have to wash your surface for the private part. Change the cotton for each prayer. Perform one new wudu, the ablution you have to perform. Every time you're going for prayer, you have to perform one new wudu. All other kind of worship where wudu is necessary require a new wudu as per itihad e wajib. But as per it is wajib, you have to do wudu again and again. If you are touching the script of Quran, you have to do the wudu again. Now rules for the medium flow mutawasita is do the three steps of Kalila. For first prayer recited after the woman sees blood, perform ghusl. From the next day, perform ghusl for the morning prayers every day. This is as per Imam Khomeini. Also, according to Ayatollah Sistani, if a woman performs ghusl for the afternoon prayer, she should perform ghusl the next day in the morning. And in this is a different from like the first one. For all other kind of worship where wudu is necessary should be done with a new wudu as per Ihtiyat Wajib. Another point is that a woman should perform the ghusl first and then do wuzu as per Ihtiyat Wajib. Then the rules for Katira, excessive flow, is if praying Asr right after Dhuhr or Isha right after Maghrib, only 3 ghusls are enough for a day. If a woman sees excessive discharge of blood as per the signs and verification, if she is sure it is ijtihada, then for performing each prayer she should perform ghusl and then wash the surface of the private part and then change the cotton and do wudu. But if a woman is going to pray Asr prayers right after Dhuhr prayer and Isha prayer right after Maghrib prayers, only 1 ghusl for each set of prayer will be suffice. However, between Dhuhr and Asr, Maghrib and Isha, she must wash, change the cotton and do wuzu. Now, the change of intensity of blow is a kind of thing we have to talk about. When one sees the intensity of blood flow increase, then there are different set of rules that apply. Change of flow from less to more, kalila to mutawasita, little to medium flow, then little to excessive flow, then medium to the excessive flow. The rules are as per follows, like if before prayer, if the intensity of blood flows changes from less to more before a woman prays, if the flow changes from little to medium, then the rules for medium apply. If the flow changes from little to medium to excessive, then the rules for excessive apply. Now during the prayers, if a woman feels while praying that the intensity of blood flow changed from less to more, if by discontinuing the prayer there is no fear that will become qada, then a woman should discontinue praying and take care of the duty as per the rules, then perform prayers. If a woman starts praying and realizes that the blood flow has increased, then she should see if there is enough time left so that her prayers do not get qada. If there is enough time left, then she should discontinue her prayers. After discontinuing her prayers, she should check to see if the flow has increased to medium or excessive ijtihada, and then follow the rules accordingly. If there is not enough time left, then she should not discontinue the prayer. She should complete the prayers, then check to see if the intensity of the flow increased to medium flow or excessive flow. Follow the rules accordingly and then repeat the prayer again with the intention of qada. Now change of flow from more to less, like excessive to little, excessive to medium, medium to little. For the prayer, a woman should follow the rules as per the state she was in. Prayers after that are going to be according to the state she is in. If a woman is in the state of excessive flow and before praying Dhuhr she realizes that she is in a state of little, now she should follow the rules for the excessive for praying Dhuhr, and then for Asr she should follow the rules of little. If a woman after Dhuhr realizes that she is in a state of excessive, it isn't a state of excessive anymore, but she is in a state of little, she should still follow the rules of the excessive for praying Asr and then for Maghrib, and praying after she should follow the rules of little. Now fasting during the Ishtihada, we have to talk about it. Now during the little flow, a woman should follow the rules she followed prayers, with the only exception that a cotton should be inserted inside the private part to prevent the blood from gushing out. Now, during the mutawasita, a woman should follow the rules she follows before the prayers, with the only exception that a cotton should be inserted inside the private part to prevent the blood from gushing out. During the excessive flow, a woman should perform ghusl the evening before the prayer to Maghrib, and perform ghusl for each prayer if there is not going to be a gap between the prayers. For example, if she performs ghusl for Maghrib and then prayers Isha after Maghrib, then another ghusl is not needed, and insert cotton inside the private part to prevent the blood from gushing out. Now we sexual intercourse during ishtihada, during a state of kalila, during rules of kalila under rules of ishtihada apply. During the state of muttawasita, must have ghusl before the intercourse. During the state of kathira, must have ghusl before the intercourse, but if intercourse is performed soon after prayers, ghusl is not necessary. This is everything about istihada. You should know, my sisters. Make sure you spread it as much as you can with other sisters to follow it. That's everything I want to tell you. If any of the sisters have any of your questions, you can comment down below and I will inshallah answer them. May Allah give you everything you want in this world and akhirah, and may Allah bless you all in the month of mercy and praise. Asalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.